Is your love life feeling as tired as your feet and heels after a long night out? And is your online dating profile starting to feel like a stranger even to you? The new year is the perfect time to give your dating life a quick trip to the powder room to freshen up, check your reflection, and come back out with a whole new vibe. To help us swap the swiping fatigue for a real strategy, we're thrilled to welcome dating and relationship expert Kimmy Seltzer. Hi, Kimmy.
Hi, Happy New Year. It's a perfect time for dating resolutions.
There we go. Okay, so Kimmy, why do those big, exciting dating resolutions we make in January so often fizzle out by spring? What's usually the missing piece there?
Yeah, because people are usually focused on the outcome rather than the process. So people make these lofty goals that are so big. It's like, okay, in 2026, I'm going to find my soulmate or I'm going to find a boyfriend. And they shoot themselves way like too high that pressure then makes them almost fail because there's no action plan. So rather focus on things that you can do in a measurable way to get to the outcome.
And the new year really has us looking forward for what's to come. So before looking ahead, you suggest a quick, honest look back. What's one common pattern from last year that might be secretly holding someone's love life back?
Well, yeah, you can't change what you don't recognize, right? And so that awareness piece is huge if you want to break a pattern. So if you are in what I call a dating loop and you're attracting the same people over and over and over again, then it's time to do something different. And it's not about the man, it's not about the woman, it's about you and your habits that you might be in that is attracting a certain person. So, how you can recognize if you're in a dating loop, there's a couple things. Like if you're attracting the same kind of person, you think maybe they're different, but in the end, you unzip the costume and it's the same person, and you're like, how did they get there?
Yeah.
That is a pattern, right? A second thing to look at is your own behaviors. Like, do you get the feedback from your partner or your date that is the same? It's like repetitive, it's like rinse and repeat. It's almost like the movie Groundhog Day. Like everything seems to end and begin a certain way. Then you recognize that is something that's called a dating loop.
All right, Kimmy, making sure we're doing a little self-reflection as well. And let's get practical. What are a few examples of small, realistic dating goals that someone could actually stick with and feel good about?
Well, see, this is where the empowerment comes in. If you set very small, measurable goals, then you will be setting yourself up for dating success. So, for instance, one realistic goal is instead of, looking for your soulmate goal, then focus on your social goals. So, maybe you make an effort to sign up for 2 social events this month. That's something measurable. That's something that you can feel good at. And also, you'll increase your opportunity to meet other people. Also, recognize that dating is a skill. It's not something that, like, you think if you're bad at dating, for instance, if you think that is true, it's not that. It's just that maybe you don't have practice at it and you've never done it before. So take the opportunity for even just the month of January to practice a certain skill. So let's say you're not very good at flirting, then set something really small, like I'm going to go out and make eye contact and smile with 3 people this week and see what happens.
Okay, you're giving us some practical tips. And then what would you say, what's the single most important mindset shift someone can make to go from chasing outcomes to actually enjoying the dating process this year?
Be open. If you've been vetting people so hard and your type isn't working for you, it is time to do something different and open up your mindset. And it really, it doesn't take a lot of effort to look at something that you can shift that is really small. If you are attracting, for instance, the same type of person, let's say you're attracting emotionally unavailable people and you are an overgiver, well, look at yourself and say, well, I'm going to practice setting boundaries. And as long as you have that mindset that you have control over who you attract, that success will increase this year.
Kimmy, you're making sure we date smarter, not harder in 2026. Thank you for joining us. And to our viewers, you can get more insights on attracting the love you deserve by heading to KimmySeltzer.com.